And Bill, I want to start with you first and ask you, what was the point of this press conference here on a Friday from the president?
Two reasons that the president came out and saw us in the press room today, John. The first was to position himself on this whole question of the economy because, as you say, he's had a lousy week. So what he did was come out and say, okay, look, here are these proposals that I have made to Congress a number of times. They should pass them. That would get the economy going. And he did say that the private sector is doing fine, that where help is really needed is with state and local governments to hire teachers and firefighters, et cetera. Well, what he means by things are going fine in the private sector is that, as he said, there have been 4.3 million jobs created in the last 27 months. But even he would admit that that's not enough, and of course the Republicans jumped all over that. Now, just I go on for 1 second. There was one other reason I think he came out today, and that was to get his pitch in, to give an answer to that question that's being raised on Capitol Hill about where the intelligence leaks in 2 new books came from. And that he was vehement about. He was upset. He said that he was offended that anyone would purposely do that from the White House. And he went on to add, hey, the authors of both of those pieces said that their information didn't come from the White House. So I think it was a twofold reason that he came out today.
Let's take those in parts here. First, on the economy, did they? He mentioned a few times the point about the private sector being okay. It was making a rhetorical point almost, sort of the things that are going poorly. The private sector is doing better than the public sector. But what's your sense now? I know it's only been a short while since the president stopped talking, but in this new world, that's about 8 news cycles. As you say, Mitt Romney's jumped on this. The email inbox is now full with Senator Mitch McConnell saying the president must live on another planet. What is your sense of the imminent damage control that took place after the president said this about the private sector?
Well, of course, the Republicans on the Hill are simply deflecting the president's call for them to pass his other jobs programs that would give more money to the public sector for infrastructure work, contractors and laborers back to work, and money to state and local governments. So it's, hitting the ball back over the net in the other direction. But he gave them a talking point by saying that the private sector was doing fine, and I don't think he intended to do that.
Those laborers, some of them anyway, are at work behind you there at the White House, clanging around. Let me ask you, Bill, you have watched Washington for a long time on this leak question. Shocked that there's leaking going on in Washington, Republicans saying that this is all orchestrated by the White House to help the president in an election year. What do you make of this leak sort of dust-up? Is there something new here, or is this basically what we've seen before?
I think it's largely what we've seen before, but here's what I can tell you for sure, John. The president is really angry at John McCain for bringing this up, because the president doesn't believe that the leaks came from here, whether they did or not. And the odds are pretty good that they probably came out of the intelligence community, but I don't know that for sure. But putting that aside, he feels genuinely insulted. It was pretty clear that that's probably one of the main reasons that he came out today, was knowing that somebody would ask about that, and someone did.
Yeah, the president, for whom we don't see a lot of passionate emotion, got pretty heated about this today.
Exactly.
All right, Bill Plante, thanks so much.